What is up, everybody? This is No Fumar with a Company of Heroes game that I have previously played. I'm watching it in theater mode, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit here. I'm playing with another member called Manuel. We were playing against two standard computers. I'm going to go just check, make sure. Yes, they're both standard players. We were playing on Minsk Pocket, I believe is the name of the map. I'm going to go ahead and turn the fog of war off just so that we can see what's going on. I was trying to do a new type of gameplay. I was trying to focus on infantry-based. As you can see, I've got the shock troops and mortars down here. I'm trying to go for some of the resources first, get some conscripts out there on the field, as well as get a scout car just to help out with infantry control. My partner's doing a great job moving up, trying to take some of the victory points. I've already captured this one down here. I'm just moving around, trying to, like I said, control some infantry. Alas, it didn't work out too well. I'm going to really quickly turn down the audio. It's a little loud. Oh wait, we could just hear what's going on. So I've captured some of these points on the right. For the most part of the game, I'm going to keep that section. And I'm going to try and get the upgrade for the conscripts that allows them to have the assault package, which gives them a automatic rifle. So I keep getting some penal battalions, try to get out there and give them a flamethrower that'll give them extra ability to keep the other infantry down. I'm going to slow this down. It looks like I'm lagging just a little bit. I've had this one group of penal battalion that just basically moves its way up here on the left and keeps these parts of the map. No one ever gave me any trouble with that, really. The main issues I was having was over here on the right with these parts, and then obviously in here with the middle with the middle victory point is always an issue. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the fog of war on. That way, that might speed up some of the lag I'm having. This group of penal battalions had just gotten their flamethrowers. Eventually, they make their way over to this victory point. Right now, I'm just capping territory by territory. This is pretty much a territory back and forth game. There was no real over assault, at least until the end. You know, I didn't rush tanks or mortars or anything. But if you're going solely infantry, shock troops are definitely a necessity. They have the machine guns and some, from what I understand, medium body armor or something. If you click on them here, I'll get a description. Okay, so light body armor. So they are good for close range assaults. One of the more difficult things when playing as Soviets is towards the middle late game. The Germans just get tanks, and their tanks are so overpowered, in my opinion. There's just nothing you can do about it. I believe I almost lose this penal battalion here. No, I retreat him. I get lucky. It's very easy to lose those guys. And I'm able to outwit. No, I'm not. Never mind. Shock troop left, but I still kept the territory because our machine gunner had left. It's very important to make sure you retreat your units and you can reinforce them. If you can, communicate with your partner and just have one of you set up the field hospital. That way you're not wasting resources. But like I said, I've got this penal battalion over here. They just died, but they pretty much were just working their way up and down, recapping and keeping those territories. My partner has gotten a half-track onto the field, which is very important, not only for reinforcing, but if you equip it with the I believe it's called the meat grinder, or that's what its nickname is. It can just maul infantry. It does a really good job. As you can see here, I've got a conscript infantry with that the assault package. I think it's like a Thompson, or does it say here? Oh, a PPSH-41. It's a submachine gun. It does great if you can get in there close and you can assault the enemy and just harass them. It does a really great job. But anyway, so we've recaptured the right and the left points, and we're working our way up the middle. We're going to try and capture this fuel and basically take map control. And map control is big. The mortars are assaulting us. I really hate the mortars. They're just annoying. When I have them, they're great. When I don't have them, I'm really annoyed by them. But like I said, I've gone heavy on the infantry. My partner is trying to go more support weapons and the vehicles. So this was a good game. It was one of the more successful ones. I know playing against standards can kind of be pretty easy in some aspects. Usually I've been playing with easy and standard with my partner. But at this point right now, I'm making a medium tank depot so I can get some T-34s out there. Maybe a half-track, I can't exactly remember. But towards late game, there's really nothing you can do besides tanks. Tanks are the name of the game. So I'm going to start recapturing this victory point here. We're going to try and push back up. I'm most likely going to lose some of these points here on the right. So, but I've reinforced my units. I'm going to try and get them back out in the field. Don't forget about units if you have them back at your base, if you reinforce them. Sometimes I forget about that, and they sit idle for maybe a minute. But this guy's got a T-34 out on the field in the half-track, so he's doing great with infantry control. Like I said, we're starting to take more and more map control. But now I've got a T-34 on the field as well with my nice red camo. Might I add? I think right around here I was like level 30 or 29 or something like that. But I've got my my infantry sweeping in from the left. We're going to take out their infantry, move our way up the right, get these resources, and then I believe we just go in for the win towards the end here. So I just have this tank backing up my shock troops just in case something goes south. But as you can see, Manuel, my partner, has just started assaulting tanks, and he's bringing up the offense, and we're pretty much going to take the game from here. We've got actually we've got the entire map under our control, so there's pretty much nothing you can do at that point. They're going to try and resist, but you know, it's really kind of hopeless at this point. If you're in the opposite position in this, I would just honestly surrender and save yourself some time and hassle. But you can already see this half-track is a 2-star veterancy. It does a really, really good job as long as you can keep it alive and micromanage it really well. You can do a lot of damage with a good half-track. But I've already got this point up here. I'm just waiting for my other tank to get here, and then I'm going to go ahead and enter and do some assault. I would definitely, if you're going to assault a base, make sure that you roll in a tank or a very heavy unit to take out the machine guns. That way your infantry can come in and help out with the cause. But I've got my third T-34 on the field, and pretty much there's nothing that the opponent can do from here. So I'm just going to speed it up. It's pretty much like I said, I'm going to try and take out this machine gun nest. I realized that I didn't take it out, so once it gets taken out, I bring my infantry back in. And pretty much all hell breaks loose. I'm just, at this point, I'm not spending any resources. I'm just waiting for the inevitable to happen. At some point, actually, I almost start losing my units here because I believe it was either my partner or the enemy bombarded this with flames, so I retreated my units back to here. He brought his half-track over, and I started to reinforce those units because I didn't want to lose them if possible. Try and get some good experience or a good efficiency out of my units if possible. But anyway, like I said, I've actually got one of my T-34s back here not doing anything, so eventually I move him forward to help with the cause, but pretty much this game is over, so I'm just going to let this play out right here, maybe get some cool camera shots. I don't even know what that means in Russian, if that is Russian, but pretty much this game is done. Look at all the dead units. This tank comes onto the field, and it's going up against like 3 T-34s of mine, 2 of his, 3 of his. It's not going to stand any chance, but the Panzer IV is a really, really difficult tank to manage, considering it has that machine gun that it can possibly get on top of it. That I think is overpowered. I wish the T-34 had something similar to that, but anyway, this is just going to play out for another couple minutes. So I don't really think any more units are lost on my side or his side. Like I said, I had the infantry for the beginning of the game, so they came in and they just wipe out all the computer infantry. So pretty much it's game over. It was game over right around 14-15 minutes. Just took us a while to get up here with our artillery and infantry. But they're trying to get engineers in here to repair their military, but they can't. So the shock troops, I try to make most of them as possible. I've since changed my tactics. I haven't been using conscripts as much. I've been changing to a different commander to try and get more tanks because, like I said, tanks win the game. But I might go back to this tactic because it was very effective. In multiplayer playing against other humans, it's a little more difficult just because they're better at countering your units and stuff like that. But if you're playing against computers, I think a strong infantry front is very good for the offense. So I think this game ends right around here, so I'm going to say thanks for watching. I'm going to try and upload some more videos soon, but tune in for more Company of Heroes and other games. If you like this, just let me know. Give me some suggestions for other games, but until then, I will sign off. No Fumar out.